Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel Dhyani classes. If you are watching my video for the first time, do subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that I get notified whenever new video will be uploaded. So in today's video we will cover the fourth part of the chapter Madam Rides the Bus, written by Valli from class 10 CBSE. So let's get started. So in the third part of the chapter we have seen that how the bus conductor was asking Valli to go outside and enjoy sights of the place, or to go stall over there and have something to drink, and you don't have to be afraid to go that stall over there. And then Valli replied, no, I don't want to go outside and I'm not afraid at all. So let's look at the final part of the chapter now. Oh no, I couldn't do that. Well, then let me bring you a cold drink. So here she said that I don't want to go outside and I don't want to have a drink, and suddenly the bus conductor said, then let me bring you a cold drink if you are afraid to go outside. No, I don't have enough money, just give me my ticket, that's all. So here Valli said, no, I don't want anything to drink because I don't have enough money for that, and I just want my ticket, that's all. I'll be my treat and not cost you anything. No, she said firmly, please no. So the bus conductor said her, it will be my treat and not cost you anything. That means consider it as a treat from my side and you don't bother about money. And then Valli said no. That means she refused and said strongly, no, I don't want to have the drink. The conductor shrugged and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. So finally the conductor said, it's okay if you don't want to have the drink. And then they waited for the passengers to come so that they can go back to the village. Again there wasn't many passengers. That means again there were few passengers got on the bus because it was the slack time of the day. Further he says, won't your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. So here when Valli gave 30 paise for her ticket, again the bus conductor started speaking and said while giving her ticket that won't your mother be looking for you. That means whether your mother will be looking for you or not, because she was traveling all alone in the bus. So in reply Valli said, no one will be looking for me, she said. That means she assured the conductor that no will be looking for me, because it was the time when her mother used to take rest from 1 to 4 o'clock. The bus started and again there were the same wonderful sights. So here the bus started from the terminal again, and on the way she saw wonderful sights such as oat shop on roadside and green landscape etc. while returning from the town. Valli wasn't bored in the slightest and greeted everything with the same excitement she would felt the first time. That means while returning from the town she was very happy and wasn't bored at all, and enjoyed the same sightseeing with the same excitement as she was traveling for the first time in her life by the bus, and whatever sightseeing she was enjoying she felt the first time. But suddenly she saw a young cow laying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. So here the author is saying that on the way suddenly she saw a young cow laying dead on the roadside and it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. That means a young cow was hit by a fast moving vehicle, and it could be a car or a truck etc. Isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town? She asked the conductor. So here she approached the conductor and asked him whether it was the same cow she saw while going to the town. So the Valli was just 8 years old at that time when she was traveling by the bus and noticing each and everything while traveling. The conductor nodded and she was overcome with sadness. So when she asked the conductor about the same cow, then the conductor nodded. That means conductor said yes, it was the same cow that ran in front of the bus. And then Valli became very sad because she was laughing too much when a cow was running, and now she saw the same cow lying dead by the roadside. Further he says, what had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life and looked so horrible. So here the author is saying that Valli was very upset and sad because she saw the same cow 1 hour earlier running in front of the bus, and it was looking so beautiful, and Valli enjoyed a lot when its tail was high in the air, and now the same cow lying lifeless by the roadside and looking so horrible. And says, so frightening as it lay there, legs spread eagled, a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes, blood all over. The bus moved on. That means the cow was looking so frightening because it lay there in a bad condition because it was hit hard by the vehicle and threw by the roadside. So while looking at the cow, Wally saw its eyes were wide open and fixed, and there was no movement on it at all, and the blood was flowing here and there, and the legs were spread. So this horrible scene made Wally very sad, and then the bus moved on. So what do you mean by spread eagled? That means stretch someone out with their arms and legs spread. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. So here, as she was feeling very sad and annoyed, and when she thought about the dead cow, haunted her. That means she got frightened and concerned and dampening her enthusiasm. That means she lost her enthusiasm to enjoy sightseeing. She no longer wanted to look out the window. So while thinking about the dead cow, she got frightened and lost excitement to enjoy sightseeing and didn't look outside from the window. She sat thus glued to her seat until the bus reached her village at 3:40. So here Wally get glued to her seat. That means she sat silently on her seat until the bus reached her village at 3:40. She stood up and stretched herself. Then she turned to the conductor and said, well sir, I hope to see you again. Okay madam, he answered her smiling. So when the bus reached her village, she stood up and stretched herself and then turned to the conductor. That means she told the conductor that I hope I will see you once again. And then the conductor answered, okay madam, we will meet once again very soon. And then he smiled. Whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us. So the conductor also told her that whenever you want to take a bus ride, feel free to join us, and said, and don't forget to bring your fare. That means he also told her that don't forget to bring your amount for traveling in a joking manner. Further he says she laughed and jumped down from the bus. So after hearing from the bus conductor, she laughed and got off the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. So immediately she started running towards her home so that she can reach home quickly. When she entered the house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of Wally's aunt, that one from South Street. So when she reached home and entered inside the house, she saw her mother already awake from the afternoon nap, and she was talking to one of her aunt who lived in the South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. So here she is saying that her aunts to whom her mother was talking, she was a chatterbox. That means she was very talkative and she never closed her mouth once she started talking. And where have you been? Said her aunt when Wally came in. So when her talkative aunt saw Wally, she asked her, where have you been? That means where were you so long? She spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. So here Wally understood why her aunt asking to her, where have you been so long, in a polite and casual manner. So her aunt did not expect a reply. That means her aunt asked a question without giving her time to reply. And again she started talking with her mother. So what did next Wally? So Wally just smiled and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. So Wally took advantages here of the moment, as both her aunt and the mother was busy talking, and she got to know that her aunt asking her a question in a casual manner. So she just smiled without answering anything to her where she had been. Yes, you are right, her mother said, so many things in our midst and in the world outside. So her mother and aunt were discussing something about outside world and surrounding, and her mother agreed whatever aunt spoke. Further he says, how can we possibly know everything, and even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely, can we? Oh yes, breathed Wally. So here the author is saying that Wally heard that her mother was talking about the endless possibility in the world and so many things happening around the world, and still we are unaware of it and can't understand it completely, what is happening and what is going on, and asked a question to her aunt, can we? So Wally immediately took advantage and became a part of their conversation and said yes. That means she agreed upon whatever her mother said and then she breathed. Further, he says, what asked her mother, what's that you say? Oh, said Valli, I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge. So, here when Valli said, oh, yes, you are right, then her mother immediately asked her, what are you trying to say and what did you understand? So, in reply, Valli said, no, I just agreed whatever you both were discussing or talking about things happening without our knowledge and all. So Valli knew that she has done the same on what her mother was talking about and she is still unaware of her bus ride. Just a chit of a girl she is, said her aunt, and yet look how she pokes her nose into our conversation just as though she were a grown lady. So after that her aunt said just a chit of girl, that means she is an immature girl, and look how she pokes her nose into our conversation, that means look how she is interfering while talking and giving her opinion like a grown up lady. Valli smiled to herself, she didn't want them to understand her smile. So here Valli became very happy and smiled because she has done something without her mother's knowledge and didn't want to them understand, and then smiled. But yet Valli don't know it could be dangerous or risky for her to take the bus ride all alone, and she was just at that time 8 years old. So this is the end of the chapter Madam Rides the Bus. So I hope you like the video. For more informative videos, do subscribe my channel. Hit the bell icon so that I get notified whenever new video will be uploaded. So thank you so much for watching once again. Stay safe, stay healthy.